on, guys? Briggs here. So today I have a new election video for you. But before I get into it, I just want to say, first off, you can like the video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Yeah, last video got a few more subscribers, got some more reviews going on. And yeah, I'd really appreciate it if you like and subscribe and tap the bell icon so you get notified whenever I make a new video. So today's video is going to be all about the Nevada Democratic Presidential Caucus, which is coming up in a few days. So what does the polling say right now? Well, so far all we have is that we know Bernie Sanders is currently leading in the polls. We really don't have too much information besides that. And there haven't really been too many polls either, but Bernie Sanders is leading. Right now, Joe Biden's in second place, but he is falling off. So I could expect Joe Biden to finish outside of second. We kind of saw this in Iowa and New Hampshire too, where Biden was doing well in the top three, then he kind of fell off. And it looks like this is going to happen again in Nevada, possibly. Yeah, that's pretty much all we really have for polling at this time. Any actual real news from the state of Nevada is that we know that there are 18,000 early voters already in Nevada. And if I'm going to guess, most of them are probably Bernie Sanders voters, I'd say, in the state of Nevada. But, yeah, so that's what we know from polling-wise for the state of Nevada. And I have the map, the CNN map of the county-by-county state of Nevada and what needs to happen for each candidate to win and such like that. So, for starters, if you know Nevada, the population centers, the two big ones, are Clark County, which has Las Vegas, and Washoe County, which has Reno. And Carson City is right next to it. It's kind of its own, really, mini county. But yeah, Nevada doesn't have a ton of people based on other states. Nevada is the most populated state we've had so far in the Democratic primary. But without a doubt, Nevada, if you're going to win Nevada, it all starts in Las Vegas. Las Vegas, this is where most of the people live. This is the bulk of the population center. You see on the right, it says Clark County has 70% of Nevada's population. And back in 2016, for instance, I have the Democratic primary map, which I'll go to in a sec. But President Trump won throughout the entire state of Nevada, pretty much. Except he didn't win in Clark County. Hillary Clinton won Clark County, and that's what gave Hillary the win. So, if you're going to win the state of Nevada, you most likely have to win Clark County or do pretty well, losing within like 5 points or so if you're going to win the state. And what I think we're going to end up seeing is, I'll show you the 2012 map, or 2016 map, excuse me. Hillary Clinton versus Bernie Sanders. We have the Republican primary on the left, which really doesn't matter too much because we know President Trump's going to win the Republican primary. But Hillary Clinton versus Bernie Sanders, what happened? Bernie Sanders did very well throughout the rural part of the state. He even won Reno, Washoe County, which is pretty impressive. And then Hillary Clinton did very well in Clark County and Las Vegas, and won more in the county surrounding Las Vegas and Clark County. So that's how Hillary Clinton won. She only won by 5 points. So this really wasn't that big of a win. So Bernie Sanders having a very big lead in the polls now, I would suggest is probably Bernie Sanders is going to win. So what's going to be different this time is I think Bernie Sanders will win Las Vegas. I think Bernie Sanders will probably win Reno and do well up here. Then I think honestly, maybe a Joe Biden or Amy Klobuchar, Pete Buttigieg, one of them will probably win the counties of Nye and Lincoln County, and then maybe Esmeralda County, which went to Hillary Clinton last time in 2016. I could see those counties maybe going to Joe Biden or Pete Buttigieg or Amy Klobuchar or something. So that's definitely a possibility. I could see Elizabeth Warren maybe get some votes out here. Elizabeth Warren's campaign, I feel like, is on borrowed time right now. I really don't see her rebounding much in the state of Nevada. I feel like Nevada is just going to continue to keep digging a debt that Elizabeth Warren won't be able to recover from. But yeah, I think Bernie Sanders will win the state of Nevada. The only question now, I think, for Bernie Sanders is how much is he going to win by, which goes back to the polling average. Bernie Sanders has 30% in the polls. Joe Biden is 16, Elizabeth Warren is 14.5, and Pete Buttigieg is 12.5. Tom Steyer at 10.5 is actually performing pretty well in the polls in Nevada. So on election night, what can we see? Well, I showed you this in my last video. This is my delegate map that I'll be using throughout the Democratic nomination process. Nevada, I have in black, as well as South Carolina. These are the two February states which have yet to vote yet, but will be coming up soon. So Nevada, if Bernie Sanders wins 30% of the delegates, let's see. Why is this not working? Okay, here we go. Nope, still not working. All right, that's weird. Anyway, I don't know why it didn't work. Wait, does Texas work? Okay, so Texas works. That's weird. Why doesn't? Oh, okay, it's because of this. Never mind. All right, never mind. I got it. Okay, so Nevada. Let's say Bernie Sanders wins 30% of the delegates. He'll get about 11 delegates, right? He'll get about 11. Joe Biden says he has about 16% in the polls. So at 16%, he'll get about 6 delegates, right? He'll get 6 delegates. Let's see. Elizabeth Warren has 14.5. 14.5 delegates. That will get Elizabeth Warren. Here we go. 14.5. That'll get her about 5. Okay. And let's see. I don't know. Pete Buttigieg is 12.5. Okay. Pete Buttigieg, 12.5. Okay, so I don't have. What's it called? So he'll get about 11. He'll have 4. I don't have all of the candidates on it. I don't have Tom Steyer on this map, but I didn't really anticipate him doing this well in the state. So Steyer and Klobuchar have both are going to end up about the same. So I'll just give Klobuchar, which you have 9.5, I think it was, right? 9.5. Yeah, I'll go 8.3. Then, okay, this is weird. 8.3. Then I'll say February states. I'll say February states is Tom Steyer. He'll get about 8.3 as well. He'll get 3 delegates. And then Tulsi Gabbard's down there at 1.5 and so on and so forth. So there's some undecided vote left still. But based off polling we have right now, I'd say probably Bernie Sanders, if he wins the state of Nevada based off this, he'll end up taking the delegate lead for like all the nationwide delegates. And technically, well, for some reason, it'll be the first time Bernie Sanders has won a state and gotten a majority of the delegates, which is still weird how that didn't happen last time in New Hampshire. How, based off proportions, he beat Pete Buttigieg, but they got the same amount of delegates, which is still interesting. But yeah, Nevada will go for Bernie Sanders. He'll have an estimated 32 delegates if the polls are correct. Pete Buttigieg will have 27. Klobuchar will have 10. Warren will have 13. Biden will have 12. And then Tom Steyer will have about, 3 or 4 out of this? 3 or 4 delegates. So, at Nevada, if this does happen, what this says is Bernie Sanders and Pete Buttigieg are still 1 and 2. Klobuchar, Biden, and Warren are all kind of fighting for third place, trying to gain credibility. Meanwhile, this is looking great for Mike Bloomberg, who is going to be on the debate stage, but isn't up, I think, in Nevada or South Carolina. But Mike Bloomberg, he sees the moderates collapsing. He sees Klobuchar, Warren, and Biden all kind of taking away from each other and faltering off. This is great news for Michael Bloomberg. And look for him to make a big play on Super Tuesday and potentially steal a lot of these votes away from Joe Biden. So yeah, at the end of all this, I think Bernie Sanders will probably win the caucus, of Nevada in the Democratic primary. I expect that Bernie Sanders will win. The up-to-date map still is 21 for Sanders delegates, 23 for Pete Buttigieg, Klobuchar is 7, Warren is 8, Biden has 6, and we have 90 delegates up for grabs throughout the rest of the month of February. I expect a Bernie Sanders win on election day for the state of Nevada, and he'll probably get somewhere in the 30 to 40% range. I would say Bernie Sanders. I don't think his support is going to eclipse much of that. I think 33, 34% is probably about right. Then second place, I want to say Joe Biden, but his numbers are kind of falling off. Bloomberg isn't on the ticket. We could see maybe a Pete Buttigieg surge or a Elizabeth Warren, Amy Klobuchar surge. Honestly, right now, I'm going to say the polls don't really show this too much. Biden's going down. I could see Elizabeth Warren or Pete Buttigieg finishing in second and third, and then having Biden fall to fourth. It sounds crazy, but it's happened twice already. So honestly, second and third are kind of a toss-up right now. I'm going to go with Warren and Buttigieg, and then Biden finishes in fourth. So another crippling blow to Joe Biden, in my opinion. So that's my prediction and up-to-date analysis of the caucus state of Nevada. And then when that's over, when the election happens, I'll probably do a recap video or a podcast recap of what happened. So, yeah, that's my video for Nevada. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, please like and subscribe. Always get notified for more content by tapping that bell icon. And I will see you in the next video.